It's like 75 degrees out today in April, and 75 degrees in April is like 120 in July. So I decided to do some other stuff, but it's pretty warm out, and we're gonna do some planting. So I have the 3-2s now that we planted in a couple of these transplant beds here in the north field and then over behind the Assover tree kettle field. And I want to try to use this auger. Upside to the auger, I think I'm gonna have better soil contact for the roots, and I'm gonna be able to keep the roots straight in line. I seem to have a higher mortality rate with the dibble bar, and I think a lot of that stems from the roots being so big that I can't get them in very good. I'm not going to cut the rootstock either, and I think that using this will be a positive. Downside, it's heavy and loud, so hopefully I'm going to be able to get some friends to help me. But without further ado, let's take a look and see how this works. There we go. So I'm really excited about this. This is a finest kind LaCase Tree Farm seedling that we got 2 years ago, 2 Aprils ago. These went into the transplant bed, and now it's going into the field. I'm really excited to see how these grow compared to the other ones. And it's kind of really neat to see one of your projects kind of come into the next step. That will take your arm right off. You need to be on the ball when you're spitting that auger. This soil in the north field especially, very rocky underneath, and when it gets into one of those, we have trouble. One of the things I noticed when I was pulling out all the dead ones, they seem to have heaved out. So I'm hoping that this will be better served by getting the roots down in there. Now I want to shovel up. I counted at least 20 holes out there, so I'm gonna grab 20. We'll go dump them in and dump them back. Why is this awesome? These are coming out of the soil here, fresh, right in the ground. They're not being bagged up, they're not being refrigerated, no, nothing. That's gotta be good for them. There's just no two ways about it. That the quicker they're in the ground, the less hassle, the less insult to them. It's just a positive. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my shovel and I'm just trying to get as much root as I can, and then we dig them up. So I'm just trying to get down there and pry them up. I learned a little bit. I don't really want to pull them because I do notice that I lose a fair amount of root, and I want to keep as much root as we can. Some of these are more established than others. Some of them have really nice rootstocks, some of them are a little bit small, but they have really good color. Like I'm really excited about these. All right, and then what I tend to do is I just get them down in the hole right now. That way they stay nice and damp. I don't want them to dry out at all. It is dry out today, but that sun's gone down and the wind's kind of died down, so I'm not terribly concerned. But the less we have them out, the better we have them in. I think it's going to be good things. All right, so that about covers it for tonight. I'm really excited. Spring 2023 is here, ready to hit the ground running. I got a ton of seedlings coming from out of country and across state lines. They'll be here soon, so getting these ahead will be great. Upcoming videos, we'll go through the other seed bed, get those dug out. Matt says that we can either do it with a shovel or maybe with the bucket loader and the tractor. So, yeah, you know, I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else, and tonight I feel really happy. So, there you go, my friends. I'll see you soon.